Listen, when I head to the Goodwill outlet, I find a lot of bread and butter items with the occasional home run sprinkled in between. But when I go to the thrift stores, it's home run after home run after home run. And in this video, there is no exception. We've got a $100 bill, another $100 bill, $150, and a bunch of other things sprinkled in between. What's going on, everybody? This is Brendan. The channel is Dad Planet. I am the one-man show. You know what time it is. It's time to shop until we drop. Let's get moving. First thing I look at in this trip to the thrift store is this Wolfgang Puck. It's a pressure oven by Kitchen Tech. I actually sold one that was the Emerald Lagasse brand. I think it was a little bit larger. This was maybe a year or two ago, and I found it in a different store. And I think I sold that one for around $150 as you see me stumble and try to get this thing open. Do you just have to hit the little button, buddy? There you go. You figured it out, man. Anyway, I sold the Emerald one, I think for $150. I'm actually going to list this for $150 as well. If you look on the inside, it looks really, really clean. Comes with all of the accessories here. I forget what the exact model number was on this, but these sell regularly based on my research for $100 to $200 even pre-owned. One thing here, this was a little bit loose, but because I had the manual and while I was testing this to make sure that it worked, it indicated that that has to be loose. It's supposed to be like that, and then you sort of switch it and you change it from vent to sealed, and there's a bunch of other functions. It's actually really easy to use. So it was working perfect. I cleaned it up a little bit. Pictures are done, and we have that listed for $150, and it only cost me $10. All right, next thing here, this is just dumb luck. It was sealed, so I picked it up. I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Canasta caliente. I know caliente is hot. I have no idea what canasta is, but none of it matters. It's sealed. I picked it up. They only want $3 for it. This was one of the fastest things I've ever sold, actually. It sold within a couple of hours for $20. And it's funny because when I scanned it and I looked in store, there were like 60 or so of them listed, but 120 had sold in the last 90 days. That's usually an indication that that's a quick seller. Did I expect it to sell within hours? No. I mean, could I have raised my price a little bit? Possibly. But when I was doing the deeper dive research when I got to my desktop, it was an indication to list it at $20, in between $20 and $25. I listed it for $20. It sold fast. I cannot complain. Okay, now next thing that I'm going to take home here, this beautiful doll. This is a Gott's doll. You can see they want $5 for it. She's got red hair, blue eyes, all original clothing. The clothing still has the tags on it. Even her shoes are branded. You can see right there it's stamped with Gott's on the back, and I think that says 120/16. Now, Gott's, if I have this correct, was actually the original manufacturer of some of the American Girl historical dolls. So if we're talking about Molly, we're talking about Kirsten, we're talking about Samantha, you might pick up an American Girl doll in the thrift store. It looks like an American Girl, but it is stamped Gott's. Now I'm gonna list my red-haired doll for $100, but if you find one of those early Gott's American Girl Romina prototypes, that $100 could actually be $1,000, even more, and people are willing to pay that price. I will show you deeper towards the end of the video exactly what I'm talking about. But Gott's was an early manufacturer for American Girl and went on, I think, into the mid-90s before that relationship ended. I'm not exactly certain, but think about that. If you've got an American Girl in your hand and you think it's American Girl, but it says Gott's on the back, you could have a ton of money. So we'll talk about that again towards the end of the video. We're going to move on to some fresh carts here. See, this is Seeger Grit Company. I've actually sold one of their hats before, and it was the exact style here. The style on this hat is Wilson. The hat I sold was $25. It was navy. This one here is camo. I'm picking that up. That just comes with experience. Once you see it and you know it, you know. I'm going to leave the Cabbage Patch doll behind. She's from 1982. She's got red hair, blue eyes. But the comps were kind of all over the place, so I couldn't really find a satisfactory price for her. But I'll take the Bourdain book home as well. This is only going to cost me $2. It's brand new. It's a $15 sale. They sell pretty regularly, so not a huge money maker there, but it will sell, and that's all I can ask for basically is good velocity and volume. So while I would rather look for all higher dollar items in the stores, sometimes the velocity will push me over the edge, which is why I picked up the book, which is why I took the sealed game home. I'm not afraid to take the $15 and the $20 bills out of the stores as well, even though I can find tons of those when I shop at the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill outlets. So we'll move on to the bottom of the cart here. It's a pair of Hey Dudes. What does it say there? They were Wally knits, men's size 10. These were a little bit too worn on the bottoms for me. Again, I can get those at the bins, so I'm going to leave them behind just based on condition. I'm also going to leave these blazers behind, these like Nike skate blazers. So too much damage there. And the Torrid shoes were out of season, so I'm going to leave pretty much all of this stuff behind. We'll go check the racks out real quick here. That was a Vineyard Vines shirt that, yes, I did pass up. Also passing up this Ralph Lauren because it's a size medium. Good shirts, definitely sellable. And then I'm going to need your help here because this is clearly Lululemon. And just like Patagonia, I'm finding a ton of Lulu right now. So this style, I still have yet to identify. Like, the tag has been pulled off, and there was no size sticker or style dot anywhere to be found on it. What I can tell you is the fabric is almost kind of rubbery, and I've sold a few of these before. I just can't remember what they're called. What is the name of them? When I do my research, and I get that thing listed, I'm sure I will figure it out. But what is that rubbery feel to that shirt? What is the style on that shirt? I've had it before. Anyway, I'm going to list it for $35. And I have a couple of women's clothing items. This is not my wheelhouse, so these may or may not be bolos, but I have an Urban Outfitter here. The style on this one is Eternal Sun. It's a 5-button cardigan. It's sort of an open weave style here with the stripes. Really nice condition. What can I tell you? There's not really good comps to go on here, but I thought the style was nice, and I'm gonna list it for $25. We'll see what happens. Same with this G. This is like another open weave, sort of a crochet sweater, women's size large. The model that, like, when I was doing the research and I was looking at the manufacturer pictures, she had a turtleneck on underneath it. It looked really nice. It's just one of those. I think I can use boho as a term here to describe the item, but I thought it was cool. Size large. I have that one listed for $33 again. I can't find like exact comps on either of those, but I gotta try to expand where I can, and so women's clothing is a huge area of opportunity for me. So we'll see what happens. 2 items that I thought were pretty cool. I don't really know if anyone else is gonna think they're cool, but that's the name of the game. You gotta sort of take risks where you can if you want to grow, and that's definitely what I'm trying to do because I only have 1,400 active listings and my sales are in the tank. So hopefully I will outspend that. All right, next thing that I'm gonna grab here is this Timbuktu, and this is a really nice messenger bag. Actually, it's still brand new with the tags, as you can see. It's just the classic messenger bag in Echo gunmetal, and really nice fabric. Again, brand new. The only problem, unfortunately, is the obvious branding on the front. Achille, I don't know what that is or what that means, so that really, I think, sort of devalues the bag, where I may have been able to get $100 for this. I'm really going to have to probably price it at $50 and then maybe take offers between $40 and $50 because it does have an additional company name on it. I've seen some sell, like one that had the Facebook branding on the front sold, so you never know. It just probably take a little bit of time to sell it, but $50 on that, and I'm definitely grabbing this Nike bag. You should be absolutely sourcing all things golf related right now, all things baseball related, because the season is going to approach really quickly. So at $10, a 6-way divider, this is a must grab for me. So in excellent condition. I'll list this one for $100 as well. I see enough of them selling in the $100 range, and the season is coming up. And again, Nike's not producing any of this stuff anymore. So you're a Nike homer and a golf homer, you're going to want that bag, and you're definitely going to pay $100 for it. So just checking over the rest of these clubs. I don't see anything here that looks awesome or that I recognize that has any value. So we're going to have to close up shop here, but I think I did pretty well here. We're talking $52 I spent, and my total listed value for everything that you saw here comes to $553. That's pretty good. That's kind of how I want it to go when I'm in the retail stores. All right, let's go to Terapeak real quick at my desk. I'm going to show you those GOTS American Girl dolls. All right, so I pulled up this listing here. I don't even know what this doll's name is, but you can see it says Vintage Gots, and it looks like an American Girl doll. Right now, this one sold for $880, but I'll go into the rest of them in a second because plenty of them sell for over $1,000. So she looks the part, right? That looks like an American Girl doll. You wouldn't know any better otherwise. So I'm going to show you what the back of the neck looks like because this is where you know you've got something. So you can see, am I pronouncing it correctly? Gots, goats, whatever it is, you guys get the point. So you can see GOTZ-P, and then the rest of it, I forget what the rest of it is. But that's when the light bulb in your head should go off like, oh man, I think I've got more than just an American Girl doll here. I've got something that is insanely valuable. So let's move off of her. We'll go into Terapeak here. And I think I sorted these by price, but you know, you can see some of the keywords they use, right? Like rare, American Girl, prototype, Romina, Franz, goats, gots. And here's a picture of one as well. The pictures aren't really that good on some of these listings, but here's another one here where and the nice thing about Terapeak now is you can size these images. You didn't have the ability to do that before, but clearly these all look like American Girl, right? But they're the super rare, some of the original prototype dolls. But look at the prices we're talking about here, right? $4,000, $2,800, $2,500. Another American Girl prototype right here that sold for $2,500. I don't know if I can click on any of these. Let me see if I can click on this one here, and let's see if we can get a picture of the net. Okay, so here is a really good indication, GOTS-PUPPE. So looks like American Girl has that stamped on the back. Oh my God, I might have $1 million on my hand. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but you guys get the point. So I wanted to make you aware of that. And I hope one of you gets lucky finding one of these. The What Sold videos will be back soon enough. Thank you for your patience on that. Brendan here, Dad Planet, the one-man show. Hit that like button if you liked what you saw or you learned something today. And then always consider becoming a member of the Dad Planet family by subscribing and hitting the bell notification icon so that you know every single time I upload a video to YouTube. That's it. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next video.